Hi everyone, this is Joy with Create It with Joy for Spellbinders. Today's Spellbinders projects are 5 cards from the card kit of the month for March called Feeling Hoppy. This card kit is so full of wonderful things. You get 10 envelopes and 10 card bases, but you really can make probably twice that many cards with as much stuff that you get in this kit. Today I only made 5 cards, but I did it using the die in there, also the die cut, pre-die cut papers, pattern paper, and the cardstock. So here is the die that comes in the kit. It has this little, almost look like little vines that you cut out, and then it has this frame here that you cut out. I'm using that on the mirror, gold mirrored cardstock that comes in the kit. This pink cardstock comes in the kit, and that green cardstock comes in the kit. I'm cutting out some flowers from the die set. So here you can see everything is cut out. I cut out 2 of those gold frames. It cuts, that oval cuts out the frame and the insert piece. I cut out some pink flowers, and I cut out the green, like little viney leaf things. And I'm going to adhere them together to make a really cute frame that will be on this first card. So I'm using some liquid glue, and I'm going to glue 2 of these gold frames together for some dimension. And behind that, I'm going to glue that little green leafy thing, little vines, little leaves. And this is going to be at the bottom of the frame. That centerpiece I cut out using some patterned paper from the card kit. You get a 6x6 pad of patterned paper, tons of cute paper in there. I'm just cleaning out the glue out of some of those holes. And I'm going to center that on this piece of green cardstock that I trimmed down to 1/4 of an inch on each side of this paper. In the kit, you get foam tape, and you also get this like score tape, double-sided tape. And so I'm going to use that. I'm just using my tool-in-one to lift off the release paper. And I'm going to center this oval a little bit on towards the bottom of the card, but centered. And that's going to be the background for this oval frame. I'm going to adhere that down. And then I will use some liquid glue and glue down my frame around that piece of cardstock. And you can see the really pretty green foliage covering up that cute background paper, and it's got little bunnies on it. Now in this card kit with these pre-die cuts, you get a ton of pre-die cuts. And there's a bunch of these Easter eggs, and so I'm tucking them in and around and gluing them down, because I want the eggs to be in this frame. I've got some little eggs, some medium-sized eggs, and some larger eggs. And each image in this kit, each of these already pre-die cut images, you get 2 of each image. So there's the potential to make so many cards is huge. Then you've got these stickers, and I am taking, some of them have some sayings, but this is just like a border sticker, and I'm going to stick it to this A2 size card base that comes in the kit. Like I said previously, you get 10 of those and 10 envelopes, so you can easily make 10 cards. But like I said, there's so much stuff in here, when you're done, you can make way more than that. Now I decided I wanted another frame and another piece of greenery, so I die cut those out again, adhered down the greenery, and then I will adhere down this other gold frame just to cover up that spot of where we adhered the new piece of greenery. Then that sentiment says Happy Easter on the top was a sticker, and I just stuck that to the top. I did put some foam tape behind it to give it some more dimension. Now behind this panel, I'm going to add some foam tape because I want this to be dimensional off of the card base. I'm not using the foam squares from the kit because I want to use those for other pieces, because it would take up all of my foam squares to pop up this background. I am pretty much sticking to everything in this kit. I did add some ink, obviously, because there's a stamp set in here, and some embossing powder, but that's really, that and the foam tape is the only thing that did not come in the kit. So there's these fun little jewels that come on the stickers. That comes on us, they're stickers, and there's different colors and different sizes, but I am just using some liquid glue to adhere that down. When I was done with this card, I thought I needed another image at the bottom. And so there was this really cute floral, like little bouquet that came already die cut. So I'm adhering that down with some foam tape and some liquid glue. And then that first card is done. Okay, on to our second card. I've got some pattern paper, and it's got like gold embossed looking flowers, like foiled flowers, not embossed, foiled flowers on this background. And then that kind of grayish, greenish blue cardstock is from the kit. So I trimmed that piece of cardstock down slightly smaller than an A2 size card base, probably 1/8 of an inch on each side. And then one of the die cuts that came in the kit are these cute bunny ears, and I cut those out of the mirrored cardstock. Let's see, I cut those out 3 times to give dimension. I think these little bunny ears are super cute. And these are all of these already pre-cut die cuts that come in the kit. And I'm just taking a bunch of those, using some liquid glue, laying them out. And then some of them I will pop up on these foam squares that come in this kit. That way this big flower can have some dimension. And to me, it's just like this cute little bunny is peeking out from behind all these beautiful flowers. Something I do when I am making this many cards out of these, I have gotten the Spellbinders kit forever, and just recently was asked to use their kits to make projects for them. So beyond excited, thank you so much, Spellbinders. So when I'm telling you that I love this kit, not because it's gifted to me, it's because I have bought this kit for like 1.5 years, almost every single month, because it's such a great value and you get to make so many cards with it. So getting a few more flowers tucked in and around. And then there is a little stamp set in this kit, and I am stamping "Have a Fabulous," and that will be on the front, and then it will say Easter on the inside of this card. And the front part I'm going to stamp with Ranger's Gray Embossed Inks, just so I can see where I'm stamping, because you know, when you have the clear embossing ink, sometimes you can't see. I like it especially for sentiment, so I can make sure I'm getting a good clear stamp. And then I'm gonna do some gold embossing powder on that from Simon Says Stamp. And then I will trim out those 2 pieces and adhere those down. Sorry, my head's in the way, guys. I was making sure I was lining it up nice and straight at the bottom. And then I'm going to heat that through till it's melted and trim that out into small little sentiment pieces. So here we go. So I'm gluing that down on top of those flowers and putting a little bit of foam tape behind the part that hangs off the edge. Making sure they're nice and straight and even. And then I'm going to stamp with Simon Hurley's Triple Berry Easter on the inside. So it says, "Have a Fabulous Easter." Okay guys, next card. I use that same oval die cut center out of the mirrored cardstock. I trimmed down that mirrored gold cardstock to 1/4 of an inch around each edge, top and sides. And then I cut out 2 frames in white cardstock and then a frame in purple cardstock out of the kit from the 6x6 paper pad. And I'm adhering those all together again for dimension. Taking this double-sided tape to the back of my card, back patterned paper panel, excuse me, that was a tongue twister. Again, this came out of the card kit. That is an A2 size. I cut that down to A2 size so it'll cover the whole background of the card. I did some liquid adhesive just so I could kind of move this around and make sure it gets centered. This would also be cute popped up on foam tape. The reason why I did not do that is because the butterflies that I'm putting on here, I'm giving those a ton of dimension. I'm adding some glue and putting in this frame into that circle that we die cut. And again, that die cut came out of this kit. And look at these beautiful butterflies. They were flat. I'm giving a little bit of bend to them because I want them to be very 3D. This card you probably would want to hand deliver to somebody because it's got so much dimension. It has this cute little sentiment that says "Such a Lovely Day." This was one of the pre-made die cuts in the kit. And I just wanted that to be a beautiful sentiment. Adding some foam tape behind the body of this butterfly, and then I will also add some at the base of the wings just to kind of keep them propped up a little bit so they don't go flat. And I'm scooching that tape, the foam adhesive really close to the body so the wings stay popped up. So we're going to add 2 more butterflies down here, and then we're going to, again, those jewel stickers, we are going to add those, a ton of those to this card. Now what I like to do with my foam tape that comes in the kit is after the squares are almost all gone, I cut up the rest of it because why get rid of that? You don't just need the squares, you cut up that whole piece, you get long strips, short strips. I use the whole thing when I make my cards. Again, adding a little bit more foam tape so everything stays nice and popped up. And look at how much dimension you have on that card. I was thinking about another butterfly, but it just didn't fit. And I just thought, just leave it alone, Joy. So here are those jewel stickers that you get in the kit, and you get a ton of them, different colors. There's like a dark blue, green, a pink, and kind of like a creamy gold color. And they've got little gold speckles on them. They're gorgeous. I'm just using, they already have adhesive on the back, but I just want to make sure they don't get knocked off. I'm sure they stick just fine, but I'm just a person that adds glue behind that just to really make sure that they don't go anywhere. And I'm just filling up this card with these. That card's done, you guys. Super fast, super easy. Pattern paper from the card kit. Again, adding that together, trimming that down. I did forget to say what I do with my cards from this kit is I pull everything out, lay everything out. I kind of get the idea for each card before I start putting them together. So then after that, it's just kind of assembly line, basically, is how it works. So I lay everything out, decide what die cuts I'm using, what paper I'm using, and kind of push them, organize them together, and then I make my cards. So again, here I'm trimming up that foam adhesive. These are, again, a pre-made die cut. That gold oval is from the center of the oval frames that I've cut out earlier for other cards. And I thought it would be beautiful behind this cute little sentiment that says, "Let the hunt begin." And this card is just really kind of fun and colorful. The inspiration, I was just thinking about Easter eggs and how colorful they are and how vibrant and just how fun it is. So I'm loving this very different patterned paper, this mix of patterned paper together. And again, I'm taking out some florals, tucking in some eggs in and around, just kind of getting my layout and start gluing those down. Some of them will be flat against the paper, some of them will be popped up with foam tape. And just really tucking everything in and around like the Easter eggs are hiding, and that was kind of the feeling I wanted on this card. So I'm putting the flowers in, and then we will tuck there's like 3 Easter eggs, 2 big ones, 1 small one. And I love all the flowers, all the colors in this card kit. It's definitely spring, definitely Easter. But what I liked with that previous card when we made with the butterflies is it doesn't even have to be an Easter card. You could make a beautiful spring card with this kit. So, you do have a lot of options. So there are the eggs, tucking those in. That egg I changed and decided to pop it up on some foam tape. And then the sentiments for this are some stickers. And a lot of times I don't just glue the stickers down flat. I usually pop them up on foam tape. I did add some of those jewels, the dark blue ones, to the center of all these flowers because that adds a little bit of fun character to these. Gives them a little more 3D something. So anyways, the sentiments that I used for these are from the sticker sheet, and one of them says treats and sweets, and the other one says peace and chocolate to you all. And I thought that just fit perfect because I just kind of felt like this whole card was an Easter egg hunt to begin with. So deciding where I want to stick those in and around, again, using foam tape behind that to give them dimension. I liked the 2 colors of these sentiments too, again, because this card is super vibrant, super colorful and fun. But you've got the stamp set in this kit as well that you could stamp a sentiment like we did the other time. Really cute. I'm just going to lay that down, and that card is done. Isn't that pretty? Okay, on to the next card. So this one, again, the pre-made die cuts. And I've got this cute basket. I got a ton of different florals. I decided I'm laying down that little bouquet of flowers will be in the background, and I'm going to pop this basket up on foam tape to give it dimension to look like this basket is 3D. My original plan was to have that cute little die cut bunny on here, but I did change my mind in the end. So I'm centering these images on this piece of patterned paper from the pattern paper pad. I did trim it down about 1/8 of an inch all the way around. And I'm just kind of laying things down. Some of the things I started with, I ended up not keeping. So here we go. I'm going to glue this down flat to the paper. Make sure I have it centered right. And then I'm going to glue these other flowers to the back of this basket. Then I will put foam tape behind the basket to give it a 3D effect, as you can see there. So gluing everything to that. Lots of different florals, lots of different cute fun things, these cute little bows. I'm going to glue that down to the top of that basket. And then here's the foam tape. I did use my other foam tape because I was running out of the one that came in the kit, and I wanted to keep that for other images. So lots of foam tape behind that, and then centering that over the flowers that I have adhered down to this patterned paper. And hopefully you can see on the camera that it gives you a little bit of 3D dimension. And the back flowers you don't see a ton of, which is totally fine. I just wanted it to have the look of 3D. And then this cute little flag that says Happy Day, I just love that, hanging out of this basket. And the bunny was so cute, but it was on the bigger side, and so it was kind of covering up too much of the basket, and so I ended up not using it. I ended up using more of the butterflies that I had from the other card. So you definitely could use, there's a couple different bunnies in there, which is really cute. But I loved that butterfly, and then I loved this butterfly down here at the bottom. So actually I used a smaller butterfly than that one. It was a turquoise one. Figuring out my sentiment from the sticker sheet, and I ended up using Celebrate. So again, this could absolutely be a complete spring card. This has nothing to do with Easter, but then you could put Happy Easter on the inside. It doesn't have to have bunnies and eggs everywhere. So I really is good for this kit. So I cut a piece of that foam tape, putting it on the back of this. I didn't need as much as I thought I needed. And then I will adhere this down partway onto the basket and partway hanging off. And the reason why there's foam tape behind it is because the basket has foam tape behind it. And then I got that smaller butterfly because the other one was just too big. And putting that one down like it's sniffing, like it's landing on the flower and smelling the beautiful spring flowers. Putting a little bit of foam tape behind that guy. Fixing my little sentiment because something was going on with that. Now I will adhere this down to an A2 size card base, again, that comes in the kit. And it has a nice little white frame around it. And then I will put some of those little jewels, those little sticker jewels, down in and around this card as well. Just trimmed off a little bit of that excess from that butterfly. And here are those pretty jewels. And these ones I did kind of the cream color. Again, using some glue to adhere those down, but you do not have to do that. They already come as a sticker. And that card is all done, you guys. Thank you so much for stopping by, you guys. I hope that this video has inspired you to create. I hope it makes you want to go out and get this kit. They are available right now. I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for your support. If you guys like what you've seen, please thumbs up, subscribe, share, comment. I love all of that. There are some affiliate links below. It does cost you absolutely nothing, but it helps me to keep creating these videos. So thank you so much for all of your support. I really am blessed by all of you guys, and thank you again to Spellbinders, and I'll be back here shortly. Bye.